This video is on Objective 1.3 in Topic 11, which is to define active and passive immunity. So active immunity can be defined as actively producing antibodies after the body's defense mechanisms are stimulated by an antigen. And there are two types. There's naturally occurring active immunity and artificially occurring active immunity. So naturally acquired active immunity occurs when a person is exposed to a live pathogen, develops a disease, and becomes immune as a result of the primary immune response to that infection. And artificially acquired active immunity can be induced by a vaccine, which is a substance that contains the antigen. The vaccine stimulates a primary response against the antigen without causing symptoms of the disease. And this is active immunity because you're still producing your own antibodies. And passive immunity can be defined as when antibodies are transferred to you from another organism or another source. And there are also two types of this, artificial and natural. Artificially acquired passive immunity is a short-term immunization by the injection of antibodies that are not produced by the recipient cells. And naturally acquired passive immunity occurs during pregnancy or during breastfeeding, in which certain antibodies are passed from the mother into the fetal bloodstream or to the baby from the placenta or from breast milk. And also, immune tolerance for foreign antigens can be induced artificially by injecting preformed antibodies into a person's bloodstream. So natural immunity can be defined as coming from the environment, and it's like immunity due to an infection or to natural factors rather than man-made factors. And artificial immunity can be defined as something from an inoculation with a vaccine rather than something naturally occurring. And it can be either active or passive because it can be injecting an antigen or antibodies. So here's a little infographic showing the differences. So the first one is naturally acquired immunity, and naturally acquired active immunity occurs when antigens enter the body naturally and the body induces antibodies and specialized lymphocytes. So this happens when you get an infection, get sick, and your body produces an immune response. And passive immunity that's naturally acquired occurs when antibodies pass from the mother to the fetus via the placenta or to an infant via the mother's milk. So this happens to everyone who has been a fetus or has breastfed. And artificially acquired active immunity occurs when antigens are introduced in vaccines and the body produces antibodies and specialized lymphocytes. So this is when you're injected with like mildly like weakened form of an antigen, like an infection, and your body produces an immune response, but you don't show the symptoms of the infection. And artificially acquired passive immunity occurs when preformed antibodies in an immune serum are introduced by injection. So this is when you are injected with antibodies and your body doesn't produce them at all. They're just made in the lab. Okay, that's all.